Standing in a cave, using your cell phone as a flashlight was not how you anticipated today going. The hiking trip started out routinely enough, with your group of friends meeting up at the trailhead. The weather is unseasonably warm, a perfect day for a hike up to Lover's Leap. After a fairly uneventful hike to the overlook, one of your friends asks if your group could take a little detour. Everyone agrees, not knowing exactly what you've just gotten yourself into. So here you stand, in this cave deep in the forest of South Mountain, looking for an egg of a creature that most definitely does not seem real. What the heck even is a Snallygaster? I'm Bree.
And I'm Christiana.
Keep an eye out for abnormally large eggs.
Because you're about to hear something strange.
Welcome to episode 38, What the Heck is a Snallygaster? Before we get too far into our topic, let's take a minute to go through our sources. Wikipedia, Snallygaster. Atlas Obscura, the unsettling history of Maryland's native cryptid, the Snallygaster.
Oh, it's in Maryland?
Yes.
Oh.
Legends of America, the Snallygaster. AppalachianHistory.net, it's a Snallygaster. Preservation, Maryland. Haunted Maryland. The monster lurking in Frederick County, so it's close to us, Maryland.
Ooh.
The American Snallygaster Museum.
What?
At WFXR, Cryptid of the Week, beware the Snallygaster.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to say before we do anything, we got to go to the Snallygaster Museum.
I know, right? I was telling one of my friends about it because I like to talk about weird shit. And so I was talking about Snallygaster. She's like, what's a Snallygaster? I'm like, look it up. So I get a text like a day later going, oh my God, this thing is weird. And then I get a text and he's like, there's a museum.
So does he want to go to the museum with us?
He probably does.
Okay.
We should ask him.
Yes, something strange field trip. I want to go to there.
There's a couple of trigger warnings for this critter. The research got weirder and weirder. The further I got into it, I will warn you. So the first one's racism.
Great.
Do we often have an episode where racism or death isn't a trigger?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Death/murder and child and animal death and gore. But I don't go into explicits here with most of these.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you know about the Snallygaster?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, this'll be fun then.
Is it German in origin?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like it makes sense. Like Snallygaster. Like that's Schnally. That would make sense.
It is. And we'll get into the etymology of the Snallygaster in a second here.
Okay.
So what the heck is a Snallygaster? Well, it is a chimera-like cryptid mostly seen in Frederick County, Maryland, in the caves of South Mountain. So that range does run up into Pennsylvania as well.
I also love caves. So if there's a cave, we don't need to go deep in because I'm not into getting lost in caves, but...
We're not spelunking? Is that the word?
Spelunking. Yes.
We will get into as we will get into later, there are sightings in different places besides just the greater Frederick County area.
Cool.
I'm going to give us a quick synopsis of the descriptions and characteristics of the Snallygaster before we get into the main kind of meat of this episode. A lot of the information comes from old newspapers.
Yes, I love an old newspaper.
My sources pulled them from old newspapers, I should say.
Sure.
The thing is, it seems to change depending on who is reporting it and what time period. It kind of evolves, if you will.
Okay.
It's often described as being a dragon-like creature or half reptile, half bird.
Okay.
Some descriptions also give it one eye and tentacles coming out of its mouth.
I don't like that.
I'm going to show you a picture of it in a second.
Okay.
Or ghoulish/demonish features. There was nothing further. It was just like sometimes described as having ghoulish/demonish features.
That's so broad.
It is.
That could mean so many things.
So to give you a visual representation here.
Ew.
It's weird looking.
That one's not as bad.
This one's not bad.
Okay,
like
that one I'll take. I'll take.
A bird dragon.
It looks like a mix between a griffin and a wyvern.
Yeah, but then the ones that have like The tentacle mouth.
Oh, I don't like the tentacle mouths. Oh.
Okay.
I think we talked about that in our live when Chris was on, when we were talking about the graboids.
Oh, I was like, why are we talking about tentacles? Okay.
Like what? Like we were describing the graboids and how like there's like a second mouth that comes out of the first mouth. I cannot stand that. That is my Achilles heel when it comes to monsters. I think that is so gross.
You prefer your creatures to only have one mouth?
Yes.
It also has talons like a bird. Sometimes it's described as half bird, half wildcat, with yellow and black stripes.
Oh,
or like a sable-eyed muskrat with a tuxedo front. I don't know what that means.
Very specific.
It is said in some of the early stories to snag farm animals and children and potentially drink blood in some versions of the legend.
Okay.
They are just taking whatever they can and throwing it at the wall for this thing.
This thing is the spaghetti monster.
It is the spaghetti monster.
Oh, man.
According to my sources, early sightings were reported in Frederick County, Maryland, specifically around South Mountain. So we're looking at Braddock Heights and Middletown Valley. Like you said earlier, the area of Frederick County was settled originally by German immigrants around the 1730s. And from very early on, there were stories of locals being terrorized by a monster, God, I sometimes make it Dutch, which they called Snallygaster.
Okay.
Or quick ghost. Snallygaster.
I feel like I just want to say that really angrily, though.
Snallygaster. Quick ghost. Which usually refers to a poltergeist-like enemy.
Entity? Enemy, too, potentially.
A poltergeist-like entity, which is not what that thing is.
No.
It's like the freaking sleep paralysis nightmare demon of a child poltergeist.
It is. It literally looks like a monster in a kid's book.
Can you use your art history background to describe the Snallygaster?
Oh, sure. Hang on, let me look up a
picture.
Here.
An artistic representation.
We've got it's very much a worm-like body, long neck, long skinny tail. The body itself is pretty chonky. You know, he looks like
he's a chonky boy.
He's a chonky boy. He's got a good pot belly on him. He's got very muscular shoulders leading into some pretty big front feet, and those front feet have some pretty good claws on them.
He's not missing shoulder day, and he keeps his nails looking on fleek.
His nails are fire. Absolutely fire. Big sharp, looks like 3 nails per paw. I guess you would say it was a paw. And then in his back feet, his little back legs are very little tiny. They're very skinny.
Itty bitty.
Itty bitty tiny. In the other picture I was looking at, he had pretty hefty thigh muscles. Like I said, we had those like T-Rex legs going on. He'd be thick. This one's a little different. This one's been missing leg day, but he's got the shoulders that the other one didn't have, so that's okay. And his feet are also apparently prehensile, or I guess it's not really prehensile, but he can grab things with his feet the same way a chimpanzee can, and we have evidence of this because there is a person being held in his right back claw. And onto the back, he's got a very minuscule, tiny pair of wings. There is no way those wings are actually helping him to fly. They're kind of like chicken wings. Travel up that real long neck. He's got a big old forehead with a big fat eye, one singular like a squid eye, sticking right in the middle of it. A beak, a big beak mouth, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tentacles coming out of the mouth. And those tentacles are also prehensile. Doesn't look like they have suckers on them, but they're very strong. Again, as evidenced because this fool has a guy's ankle in his mouth and he is currently carrying him to presumably his demise.
What a beautiful description.
How's that for some
art history?
Art history degree.
So
I don't have an art history degree. I wish I did.
So you got all the bases there. It's described as half bird, half reptile, having a metallic beak with razor sharp teeth, and sometimes also tentacles coming from its mouth.
Yeah, I don't see the teeth, but it's probably because the tentacles are in the way.
They probably hide it.
I also want to say it doesn't look like his body, at least in this picture, is scaly. It looks kind of almost like a naked, like a mole rat. Or a mole, you know, like that kind of body. It's pretty warty. pretty freckly.
So yes, it's an interesting looking critter. According to one of my sources, this is one of the oldest tales in Maryland folklore.
Oh, that's interesting.
By European settlers.
Okay.
I imagine there's probably tales by native, First Nations. Indigenous people. So this is something that is quite possibly an idea that was carried over to the United States when the German immigrants came here.
Okay.
So according to Atlas Obscura, stories of similar dragon-like creatures were common in places like the Alps, and the German immigrants brought the stories of dragons to Appalachia, and it got an Appalachia spin.
Okay, that makes sense because it does look dragon-esque. It looks like a naked dragon.
A naked dragon.
It's a naked dragon.
And then, like I said earlier, in some of the more early versions of this critter, that's when it drained the blood of victims.
Okay.
All right, so are you ready to get into the first string of sightings from Ye Old Newspaper?
Oh, I love Ye Old Newspaper. Let's go.
All right, so 1909.
1909, okay.
What else was sighted around this time?
1909.
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey. Oh, was that the Jersey Devil?
Uh-huh.
Is this his cousin?
It might be. I think it was around the same time. 1909, yeah.
Hey!
I mean, there were sightings of it before that, because Napoleon's brother or what have you.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, so our good friend, the Jersey Devil, was sighted. And that was a horrible New Jersey accent. I'm sorry, friends.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. I can't do it. I sound British.
New Jersey.
I can sing in accents, but I cannot talk in accents.
That's okay.
You've heard me sing in accents.
I have.
I can do it. I just can't talk in them.
Yeah.
My mouth doesn't work correctly. I don't know.
That's all right.
So newspapers of the time described encounters between locals and a beast with, according to Wikipedia, enormous wings, except for the one in that picture.
Yeah, that one had tiny little wings.
A long pointed bill, claws like steel hooks, and an eye in the center of its forehead. And it made a sound like a locomotive whistle.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Are you ready to hear some of these reports? Most of them come from Atlas Obscura or Legends of America.
Let's go.
All right. The first sighting in Maryland was by the operator of a brick-burning kiln near Cumberland. He observed the creature sleeping in the kiln, and then upon waking up, it made a blood-curdling scream and flew angrily away.
I will be doing that whenever someone wakes me up from a nap from now on.
I'd be very upset if that happened.
Yeah.
The same critter was also reported near Hagerstown, which is just south of where we both went to undergrad.
Yes.
Hagerstown is south of Middletown at Lover's Leap. And it was reported that the Snallygaster laid an egg in the mountains somewhere between Gaplin and Burkittsville.
Okay.
I'm pulling a quote directly from Atlas Obscura for this next sighting.
Okay.
Less than a month after the Jersey Devil sightings began, the Valley Register ran a story about a man named Bill Gifferson, who had been walking home when a winged creature attacked him, carried him up a hill, slashed his jugular with its beak, drained him of blood, and finally dumped his lifeless body in a ravine. That's the murder and gore trigger warning.
Whoa.
Another encounter, and this is not verbatim, but I am taking some direct quotes.
Okay.
Another encounter tells the report of a man who happened upon the Snallygaster as it was draining a 100-gallon tub of water, after which it exclaimed, "My, I'm dry. I haven't had a good drink since I was killed in the battle of," how do you say that?
Chickamauga.
Of Chickamauga, as though the fearsome dragon-esque creature was somehow the ghost of a Civil War soldier. I want that on a t-shirt. I can't wait to watch back into your face as I read that.
Okay. Snallygaster Museum. This is free merch. This is a free merch idea for you. Just a t-shirt that says, I'm dry. I haven't had a good drink since I died at the Battle of Chickamauga.
So this is not only a weird Appalachian dragon, but it is a reincarnated soldier who can apparently talk.
I love it. It's great.
This is like out of a children's book.
You're right.
So I'm going to talk about another encounter in this area. This is the last reported encounter in this area in 1909.
Okay.
So in Frederick County, Maryland, 3 men were fighting the Snallygaster near a railroad station for about an hour and a half, and they eventually chased it into Carroll County. So they're chasing it in our direction.
Okay, so here's the thing. They say it whistles like a train. It's really dry, and steam engines need water or they go boom. Are we sure these men weren't just really, really drunk and chasing a steam engine?
I have a hole to your theory.
Oh, okay.
Can steam engines talk?
I mean, they go woo woo, but they can't talk.
Maybe go, I'm dry.
Maybe it's just the engineer that was just messing with them hard. The engineer's just sitting in the seat like these idiots.
I don't know why they have spears in my head, but they're chasing the steam engine. Like, ah!
Railroad spikes.
Yeah, there we
just
go.
Throwing railroad spikes at it. That's my theory.
Like, what are they doing? Just let it go. Just let it go.
They're drunk. Just leave them be. That's going to be my working theory from now on.
More from Atlas Obscura here. The Hagerstown Mail also was in on the fun and reported that allegedly the Smithsonian made an attempt to classify the animal.
Okay.
As follows. The Smithsonian wrote back that it was either, as a direct quote.
Okay.
It was either a winged Bovulopus.
Bovulopus?
A winged Bovulopus or a Snallygaster, as it has some of the characteristics of both. These animals are exceedingly rare, and the hide of the Snallygaster is said to be worth $100,000 a square foot, as it is the only thing known that will properly polish punctal shells used by Africans of Umbopland for ornaments.
So basically, the Smithsonian said, stop being dumb.
Also, that word that I couldn't say of the bee is the same kind of critter classification as the Jersey Devil.
Oh, okay. So that's actually like a cryptozoonotic.
I had to Google it because I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's what I thought. I was like, what?
Let me double check that because I'm pretty sure that's what came up when I'm like, I'll remember that in 3 days. We're doing a lot of Googling on this one, guys, because this is a weird ass thing. The more I research this,
the Smithsonian does not mess around. They were throwing shade.
I think it was some kind of thing similar to the Jersey Devil.
Like cryptozoology
now I can't find
classifications.
No, I can't find it. It's gone.
That's all right.
I did ask the great and powerful Google. There was a lot of publicity around these sightings. So the Smithsonian, besides spouting absolute nonsense, offered a reward for the hide of the creature. President Theodore Roosevelt allegedly considered postponing his African safari to try and hunt the beast, which is very on brand for him.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get into the 1932 reports? What was happening in the 1930s?
Later 1930s economic crash leading into World War II.
1929 was when the stock market crashed.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What else was happening in the 1930s that swept the entire nation?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Great Depression, not the crash. The crash happened, and then the Depression happened.
Prohibition.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I reenact historical farming, so my brain goes straight to like Dust Bowl, the plains. Like that's where my brain goes.
Yeah, Prohibition. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
And the Great Depression, but yeah, the Great Stock Market Crash was 1929.
That's right.
Do you know how I know that?
Alistair.
I do.
Alistair.
I haven't been so happy since.
Stock market crash of 1929.
Oh, the orphans.
So many orphans.
My
I gotta do it. Blake Roman, come on the podcast, please.
Or else. She won't stop until you come on. She's holding me hostage. I can't leave my house.
Blake Roman, please come on this podcast. Seriously. Oh no.
So the 1932 reports included the following areas of central Maryland. I feel like I'm reading a news, like a weather alert. Berkeley County is where it mostly was. So Berkeley County, Frederick County. I forgot to put Frederick County in there. Also, there were sightings in West Virginia and even into Washington, D.C., supposedly.
Okay.
For some reason, at this point, it was decided that the lifespan of this critter was 20 years.
Oh.
And this Snallygaster must have been the child of an earlier one.
Yeah. It didn't just pop out of the ether.
I don't know where the 20 years came from.
I don't have a reasoning for that one.
Apparently, it developed a taste for moonshine, which is where Prohibition comes in here, and became interested in the moonshine stills hidden in the mountains.
Here's the thing.
I'm waiting for the historical. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. This is not even historical. This is just, we can cut this out if you want. This is just modern day Christiana. I've had homemade apple pie.
Oh, it is good.
Oh, it's good. So I don't blame him.
I have thoughts about the connection to moonshine, but we're going to save that for the end.
Fair. Okay.
But apple pie moonshine is good.
Oh, it's
We
so
are not
good.
saying to make your own bathtub gin.
No, please don't. Y'all, seriously, you can get very, very sick and you can go blind. That's not a joke.
You can get
Please,
unalived.
yeah, you can die. Please don't do that.
All right. So on to more fun things.
Also, don't drink alcohol from strangers.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. Anyway.
So in December 12th of that year, a newspaper reported the beast allegedly met its end. So they were having all these reports of it being up in the mountains and making strange Snallygaster sounds and things up there. So via Atlas Obscura, the Snallygaster had fallen into a 2,500 gallon vat of backwoods liquor after being overcome by the fumes. By the time the officials got there, the alcohol had completely eaten away the animal, leaving only its bones, which were, for some reason, subsequently dynamited. The Dragon Distillery in Frederick now sells its own Snallygaster rye.
Can we go to I'm screaming into the mic. Can we go to there?
We should. We'll make a whole Snallygaster trip.
I want to.
So, you know, it's kind of, what's the word I want?
Like coincidental.
Yeah, it's kind of coincidental that there is no remains left because of the alcohol.
Yeah. I don't think that's how that works. Although if it was backwater gin.
What the heck is the acid content of that particular alcohol?
I don't know. I mean, isn't alcohol typically used not like you don't want to like fix specimens in it? It's not like formaldehyde, but isn't that typically like to preserve?
Yeah. This is a little bit of a tangent. But
Okay.
do you know that I worked at a battery factory at one point?
Yeah.
Fun fact, I worked at a battery factory. My dad
horrible.
worked there too. So here's a trigger warning. We worked with acid a lot, so like you had to wear big PPE.
Yeah.
But what this made me think of is this is a trigger warning, so like skip 30 seconds if you don't want to hear about a horrible death.
Oh.
Hot lead is what goes in the battery, you know.
Yeah.
Someone fell into the lead thing and like...
Oh my God.
And that's what I think of when I think of this, but obviously it's not lead.
Yeah. Oh, that's awful. God bless them.
Yeah. At least it would probably be a pretty quick...
Yeah, they would.
The heat would get you before the...
Yeah, it would. They wouldn't have.
But yeah.
But still, what a way to go. Holy hell.
But also, like, there were vats of acid, and there was a lot of acid and stuff, too, because...
Battery acid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which will eat away at...
Yeah.
Like, it would, you know, like, you would have certain clothes that you would just wear there because of the lead.
Yeah.
And it would, like, eat away at the bottom of your...
Your PPE.
The pure... just like
mole.
your pants, like the pure acid. Anyways, if you want to have
terrifying.
really hard work, go... It's a very, very important job because everything... And it was automotive and industrial. We didn't make, like, the little AAA.
Okay.
It was automotive and industrial batteries. So it was... Anyways.
Hard work. It's honest work.
Yeah.
God bless the people to do it.
Exactly.
God bless you and your dad.
Yeah. I only
Holy
worked
moly.
there for like 2 or 3 summers, but
Yeah.
it was an experience. So one of my sources said the Baltimore Sun published the reports of the creature's death to, and I quote, avert a panic.
Okay.
'Cause people might have been like freaking out a little bit there.
Yeah.
All right. So I have some other sightings here. I don't have dates for all of them.
Okay.
So my notes, almost all of them noted like, this is really similar to our good friend, the Jersey Devil. And I can imagine the whole like, Mom, I want the Jersey Devil. And they're like, we have a Jersey Devil at home. And it's the Snallygaster.
It's the Snallygaster.
Someone went to like Ocean City, or Atlantic City, New Jersey, or went to like Cape May. And they're like, Mom, I want a Jersey Devil. And they're like, we have a Jersey Devil at home.
It's called the Snallygaster.
So West Virginia.
West Virginia.
This is our first egg sighting, but it didn't really fit into the flow.
As B. Dylan Hollis would say.
Eggies.
Or Dylan B. Hollis?
Dylan
B. Hollis.
B. Dylan.
B. Dylan Hollis. Okay, I was right the first time.
We're sorry. We like
Sorry,
you.
we do really like you. Come on the podcast. Why not?
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be a blast. Come on over here.
So a woman was nearly carried off near Scrabble, and it was also seen roosting on a barn.
Oh.
Near Sharpsburg, the critter allegedly laid an egg the size of a barrel.
Load.
All right. We're going to Ohio.
Okay. Doesn't exist. Sorry, friends.
Casstown, Ohio. I'm going to read you the story, and then I'm going to tell you why I'm confused about the geographic location of this town.
Okay.
A man wrote a letter to the Valley Register in Maryland from Ohio about a strange creature he saw flying over his area. According to the man, it had 2 enormous wings, a large horny head, a tail 20 feet long, which is not quite the same as... That's more Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
I know from experience of driving from Pennsylvania to Kentucky. Nope. Kansas. I have driven to Kentucky. That I didn't realize... I don't know geography, and I thought I knew geography until this podcast, and I was proven wrong time and time again.
Yeah.
West Virginia is between Pennsylvania and Ohio, apparently. Parts of it.
Yeah.
Like the southern.
Yeah, the southern parts.
I'm thinking, okay, West Virginia is not that far from Maryland, so obviously this part of Ohio must be close to West Virginia.
Makes sense.
It's close to Dayton.
Which is not close to Maryland.
I'm pretty sure Dayton is like more west.
Yeah.
On the other side of Columbus. Which is where I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about this?
I don't remember.
Oh, here's a story time. When Judy, shout out. Judy! We're driving to Kansas. I was like, hey, friend, do you want to go see a demon house? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, great. So anyway, we decide, being the brilliant people we are going to drive overnight to Kansas from Pennsylvania, from southeastern.
Yeah.
Or I guess we're South Central.
South Central.
I was more southeast. From South Central Pennsylvania to Kansas.
Yeah.
That's an 18-hour drive. It's 16, but we had to stop.
Sure.
We're driving, and we're 2 young ladies driving. We make it all the way to Columbus. And at this point, like, she couldn't stay awake. I couldn't stay awake. So we're like, okay, let's pull over. So we stopped at like a Love's.
Okay.
If you know what that is like
a gas station.
Yeah, but it's like the big ones that a lot of the truckers pull into.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and park here for a little bit and sleep.
Sure.
That's a great way to get murdered. Ohio is like used to be like have one of the biggest human trafficking.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
So we're like in this parking lot off of, I don't know what interstate we were off of. And I'm like, we're going to die. Like, we're going to get kidnapped. So she had the location on, and it was like, if we didn't move X amount of time, her husband was supposed to try and get a hold of us.
Oh.
But we let him know. But like, so she was able to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I can't sleep in a moving vehicle. So I think in that 18-hour, so I was up for like, close to a day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah.
30 minutes of sleep.
Oh.
But I had a moment of like, I fell asleep for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I was like, this is how I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to die in fucking Ohio.
The place that doesn't exist.
I don't want to haunt a gas station outside of Columbus.
I don't want to haunt in Ohio. And Ohio.
I don't want to haunt a gas station outside of Columbus.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But I had a moment of like,
well, this is how it goes.
This is it. But we didn't die, obviously.
That's good.
Anyways,
I've had to do that before too, where like fun fact with me, I do not trust myself to drive at all when I'm tired, because I have, thankfully, to preface this, no one was hurt. I was not hurt. No one else was hurt. But I have actually fallen asleep, like physically fallen asleep behind the wheel before.
That's terrifying. I remember that.
And yeah, I had to get pulled off of an embankment because I almost went over an embankment. It was almost really bad. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But ever since then, I'm like, nope, we do not drive while we're tired. So I've had my share of parking lot naps.
I get so nervous.
It is nerve-wracking. I'm always scared either a cop is going to come up to my window and be like, what are you doing?
Like sleeping, what's it look like?
Yeah, pretty much. Or again, like someone's... I mean, I try to be safe. Like I keep the doors locked and I park under a light and everything, but it's still like... Ugh.
This is probably like a little extra. I don't hunt, but I have a hunting knife. Like if I'm in the driver's seat, which I normally am because I'm a control freak, I have a hunting knife like between the shifty thingy.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And
that's actually a really good idea.
If I need to, I can just, because I'm right-handed, I can just like...
That's a really good idea, actually. I think I might look into that. Says the person that wants... We can cut this out if you want. Says the person who wants to own 3 different machetes for her house. Anyway.
She got a katana.
Yes.
But anyway, so that's the story of how I almost died in Ohio.
I'm glad you didn't. I'm very glad you did.
So yeah, that was a thing. But anyways, so I'm pretty sure when I looked it up, it is on the other side of Columbus from... Okay, so back to our good friend, the Snallygaster, who apparently likes to go to Ohio.
Yeah, he was vacationing.
Okay, so back to the Snallygaster. All about him. We have him profiled.
Yeah.
How do you protect yourself from a Snallygaster, you might ask?
Chop off its tentacles.
Oh, that sounds gross.
It does.
Ugh. A 7-pointed star put on houses and barns, like a hex sign.
Okay. I don't know if there's enough to do an episode about this. I do kind of want to
about doing that too, actually.
Like hex art.
Yeah.
I think hex art is so cool.
We can talk about the Snallygaster and Hex Hollow again.
There we go.
There is this thing called the Dueo.
Oh.
I think I'm saying that correctly. It's another cryptid that's alleged to live in the area.
Okay.
The same area as a Snallygaster. It's similar to a wolf, but bipedal.
Okay.
And like it's like a wolf, but it walks like a person.
Like werewolfy?
Sort of, but not.
Okay. A not werewolf, one might say?
A not wolf?
A not wolf?
So via Legends of America, the Dueo and the Snallygaster have reportedly had vicious encounters dating back to the early settlement of the Middletown Valley.
I, for some reason, am picturing like a tattoo of these two cryptids fighting.
Cool.
Wouldn't it be a cool tattoo?
Are they like kung fu fighting in your head?
I mean, the wolf guy is just kind of like, and I don't really know what the Snallygaster's doing.
You ready to get sad?
Oh, sure.
You remember that racism trigger warning?
Oh, good. Yeah.
It's a high probability that in the 19th century, because there were legends before the 1909 news run.
Okay.
Because they predate that.
Sure.
But during the 19th century, so 1800s, the legend was used to frighten freed Americans. Frighten freed African Americans. As in that time period, it primarily preyed upon African Americans or people with darker skin tones.
Ew, come on, y'all.
So,
why are humans?
Yeah, because people suck.
Yeah.
Not like the people that are being racist.
Yes. Racists suck. Yes. I think we can say that confidently on this podcast.
On to hoax. Like, is it a hoax? And other explanations of the not so supernatural kind.
It was a Civil War ghost.
It was a Civil War ghost. That's my favorite one. It was later
I'm dry. Sorry.
It was later revealed that the reports of the Snallygaster in the Middletown Valley Register.
Sorry. I started thinking about it again. Okay, focus. Middletown Register.
Yes, was a hoax by editor George C. Broderick and reporter Ralph S. Wolf.
Oh,
like its enemy. Was it a hoax or were they? I just thought of that.
Oh, okay, George C. or not Ralph S. Wolf. Were you actually a Duego?
Yeah, like.
Were you a Duego throwing shade?
I think so.
Oh, we have so many working theories.
So this was allegedly a hoax to increase readership. According to Wikipedia, the descriptions they invented borrowed themes from existing German folklore, including dragon-like creatures who snatched children and livestock, and appeared to invoke descriptions of the Jersey Devil, which had been spotted mere weeks earlier.
Okay, makes sense.
Maybe they were just, like we said, maybe it's the Jersey Devil's Appalachian cousin, and they were just visiting.
Maybe. He was like, I just wanted some of my cousin's donuts. Everyone calm down.
You know what? They were having a monster meetup.
It was
like the Mothman hasn't come to be yet, but like
yeah,
he's got West Virginia. We got
That's a terrible joke. Dare I say, was that how
where
the Mothman was created?
when a daddy Jersey Devil and a mommy Snallygaster fall in love,
really like each other. But yes, you took the words out of my mouth because I was about to say, before I thought of that, dare I say, it was a monster mash.
It was a mash.
It was something. Somewhere in the world, Mothman's like, what is happening? My dad was a sandhill crane. Everyone calm down.
Do you think a sandhill crane is like a parent of the Snallygaster?
Oh, maybe.
It's always a sandhill crane.
It's always a sandhill crane.
Okay, let's return to moonshine for a second. Something we have not partaken in any of in this moment.
In this moment, yes.
Could the reports of this creature been a way to scare away revenue agents and explain loud noises coming from the mountains during Prohibition? Like, you gotta stay out of there, George. Like, don't worry about it. It's not moonshiners. It's a Snallygaster.
It's a Snallygaster.
Snallygaster.
I like it.
Was that your theory, or was it that everyone was drunk?
No, my theory was that the cops caught wind of some moonshiners and or bootleggers that were trying to either sell their wares or make their wares or whatever. And they, the people that were making it / bootlegging it got wind that, the police are coming. So they dropped dynamite in their vat and then came up with some story to like throw the police off. It was a really bad story. They might have been drunk.
They were inhaling the fumes.
They might have been inhaling the fumes, and that's why they were like, it was a monster. And we threw it in the vat. And then he dissolved, and then just to be safe, we decided to dynamite it. But it wasn't a vat of alcohol. It was something
water.
else. It was something else. He fell in there.
We were boiling a really big pot of clam soup.
Yeah.
And he really wanted the clams.
He really wanted the clams. He went swimming in that soup.
He just really wanted it, and we tried to warn him.
Yep. And he didn't listen, and we were like, get out of our soup. Boom. That was it.
And, we don't want any Snallygaster soup because that would be gross.
No. That's ew.
Would Snallygaster soup be like a chicken and octopus soup?
Oh. I have tried octopus. I was not enthused.
Wait, is calamari octopus or squid?
Calamari is squid.
I like calamari.
Yeah, calamari's good. I did try octopus one time, and I won't do it again. I did not like it, but I wanted the experience. So
I will try most things once.
Yeah, not horse. I don't think I could do that.
I couldn't eat horse.
Yeah, like survival situation, sure, but like not just to try.
Not for fun.
No.
Do you want to hear some interesting facts?
Always.
Often the Snallygaster would show up in the Maryland news whenever there was something suspicious going on.
Okay.
So it's a direct quote. Via Atlas Obscura. And what emerged in all of these old reports is that the Snallygaster, an invisible thing perpetually hidden, was most often invoked in connection to other invisible, unseeable things. Bootleggers, flying saucers, communists, anything out of the public eye. Intentionally or due to non-existence. Anything feared or wondered about, Marylanders connected these things in particular to the Snallygaster. Wasn't that a list?
Was this a mass delusion?
It's not one of those UFOs. That's a Snallygaster.
We don't have communists here. We have Snallygasters.
Another pin.
Was this? You're right. Does this go into like during like the Red Scare?
I mean, it could.
Because that's what the communist thing particularly makes me think.
Snallygaster.
Like that's something that would be said during that time.
Those aren't bootleggers. That's a Snallygaster.
Those aren't bootleggers.
What if the Snallygaster is bootlegging?
He is the Jersey Devil's bootlegging cousin.
he's the Jersey Devil's. Yeah.
We're gonna connect all of these cryptids.
They're all connected.
They're all connected somehow.
DC socialite, according to Atlas Obscura, anyways, Madeline Vinton Dahlgren published a book of local folklore called South Mountain Magic: Tales of Old Maryland in 1882.
Oh, that's cool.
So she talked about the Snallygaster, but I'm going to take a moment to talk about a cryptid that I did not know was also in the Maryland area, but it's a cryptid that is known in my home area of Berks County, up near Reading, Pennsylvania. This is something that I have been waiting to talk about forever, but there's not enough information for a full
episode about it. Okay.
Hoop snakes.
Hoop snakes.
Do you know about hoop snakes?
I feel like we talked about this maybe briefly in the Gettysburg episode.
We're talking about black snakes.
Oh yeah.
I get very excited about hoop snakes.
Okay. I'm excited to hear about hoop snakes.
So the way they were described in this area, in like the South Mountain, Frederick County area, is different than the ones at home. The ones at home are kind of like pretty chill. They just grab their tails and make a hoop, and then they just become like a hoop, and they just roll. They just be rolling.
I think that's a great way to leave a social gathering that you don't want to be a part of. Like, I'm out of here. Grab your tail and just bloop, 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 bloop.
And they put their tail in their mouth and they just make a little hoop. The ones in Maryland are described as following: a dreaded creature that puts its tail in its mouth when in the pursuit of its victim and rolls on with incredible rapidity. The reptile wears a horn on its head and kills whatever it touches.
Oh.
How does it wear a horn?
I don't know. What kind of horn? Like a trumpet? A French horn?
A unicorn horn.
A unicorn horn.
We also have another very interesting connection here. Do you remember how the 3 different potential topics in this poll that Snallygaster won was Snallygaster, the wild hunt, and the old hag syndrome?
Yes.
There's a connection to the wild hunt.
Oh, cool. Okay.
According to Leo Spitzer, who, this is not really relevant, but I think it's really interesting. He escaped his home country in the 1930s.
Okay.
And he was a person of Jewish faith who fled to the United States.
He saw what was going on and said, I'm getting the hell out.
He got out of Dodge before Dodge happened.
Good for him.
But he is, I can't remember if it was what country it was, but it was somewhere in, Europe. And
yeah, well, I mean, if you were over there at that point, you were in trouble.
Yeah,
if you were Jewish, you needed to get out.
So he fled to the U.S. and settled in Johns Hopkins University.
Good for him.
And he thought this creature might have been derived from the Wild Hunt. So what is the Wild Hunt? Here's just a brief TLDR.
Okay.
It's a legend with Norse and Christian roots. A troop of damned souls that ride the sky between Christmas and Epiphany. Epiphany is the 6th of January. It's Three Kings Day. It's the day that is in the Christian faith believed to be when the wise men or magi came and found baby Jesus about 3 years after the nativity.
Oh, okay.
Because they had to travel very far and follow a star.
They didn't find him till 3 years after he was born?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought they found him that same night.
No.
Oh.
They're probably Zoroastrian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have always just assumed they found baby Jesus the same night he was born in the manger.
That's what they show in all the Christmas programs. But no, it's about 3 years later. Oh. He was like a freaking toddler.
He was?
Yeah.
He was probably so cute. He probably had chubby cheeks.
Probably. Little baby Jesus.
Oh.
Back to the Wild Hunt here.
Okay.
So they are chased by a figure known as the Wild Hunter. Generally, it's Odin, and during the chase, unwitting travelers, especially children, are taken. Oh. So that, he's drawing the similarities there between this, wild critter and then things being kind of grabbed up.
Sure.
Almost like this creature is an allegory for the wild chase.
Okay. I could see it.
Are you ready for some pop culture?
So ready.
So it shows up in a horror video game, which I don't really play video games. It shows up as a boss fight in the Blair Witch Volume 2, Legend of Coffin Rock. There is a Snallygaster beer festival in Washington, D.C. Started in 2011. Wiki calls it a beastly beer jamboree.
I don't like beer, but I want to go to there.
Just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in season 2 of the show Mountain Monsters.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Oh, yeah. It's like History or Discovery or Travel Channel.
Okay.
In the 2017 edition of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, it shows up.
The book, not the movie. Mm. Right. Is that what you're... Oh, sorry.
I think probably just the book.
Okay.
It shows up... Do you know the video game Fallout?
Yes, I've heard of it. I don't know.
It shows up in Fallout 76.
Okay.
So it's the Jersey Devil, I think.
Aw. Our donut making friend.
I haven't played that either, but I think I remember that from the Jersey Devil.
Fun fact, Critical Role is kind of making me want to play video games. I've never really wanted to play video games because they stress me out. I get too anxious.
I'm just not very good at them. I got stuck on Jedi Fallen Order, and I just never got past the planet Darth Maul is from.
Oh.
Dathomir?
I do not remember.
What's the planet that Yoda hides out on?
Dagobah.
Yeah, so it's Dathomir.
Oh, okay.
I get those two confused because they both start with D. It took me 500 years, not literally, to get off of Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk.
I was not very good at that game, but it was fun. Yeah. All right. In 2018, a Frederick's Dragon Distillery made a whiskey, like we said earlier, named after the cryptid.
Okay.
There's also BioWiki. South Mountain Creamery, which is a dairy farm in Frederick County, has an ice cream flavor called Snallygaster. It consists of peanut butter flavored ice cream with a caramel swirl, peanut butter cups, and pretzels.
Guys, we need to go on a Snallygaster field trip.
We do.
That would be so fun.
Ready for this next one?
Yeah.
Apparently there's a Snallygaster calf and wine bar in Harper's Ferry.
No, there's not.
I looked, so I don't remember it, but it's there. It exists.
Oh, dang. We got to go back to Harper's Ferry to go hiking again.
Yes.
What a shame.
Oh, how sad. And then the American Snallygaster Museum was opened in Libertytown. Oh, sorry, not Hagerstown. I was wrong. In Libertytown, Maryland, by cryptozoologist Sarah Cooper in 2021. And I did link the website in our show notes.
Okay, cool. I have one too, if I may.
Go ahead.
It is in, we've mentioned this podcast multiple times. It is in, the Snallygaster is mentioned in the Bridgewater podcast. I believe in season 2. I don't want to say who mentioned it because it's a bit of a spoiler. It's not a spoiler unless you go deep into it, but just to be safe, I don't want to mention it. But it's in Bridgewater. Go listen to Bridgewater. It's by Aaron Mahnke, grim and mild. Misha Collins stars in it. It's really good.
What thoughts doth thou haveth?
I was kind of saying my thoughts during the episode. I right now, my primary thought, because I'm ridiculous, is we need to take a full Snallygaster field trip day. I think that'd be so fun.
There needs to be like a Snallygaster tour of Frederick County, Maryland.
Yeah. That'd be a blast.
I think it's such an interesting... Oh, did you have other thoughts? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go for it.
I think it's such an interesting concept, right? A lot of these cryptids are, but this one is just weird.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these cryptids are... like they're not usual, but this one is just like
I feel like the other ones we've been able to make some sort of sense out of.
This is just like
the Jersey Devil is the one that's like kind of the wildest, but even that one I feel like we had thoughts of like what it could be. This is just insane.
It was the wildest until now.
Yes.
It reminds me of like some kids freaking like Tylenol PM nightmare.
Correct.
Like children's NyQuil nightmare. It reminds me if you have a 6-year-old who is having a fever and is taking like some kind of cold medicine.
Yeah.
And then has a nightmare about a creature.
Yes.
This is what it reminds me of.
It's a storybook monster.
It is a storybook monster.
It's a storybook monster.
But it's so like points for creativity. It's like the Jersey Devil and it's like an Eldritch horror version of the Jersey Devil.
Yes. The tentacles.
The tentacles are the weird. It also seems like a boogeyman thing too, especially the early stories of like, don't go out at night, you're going to get snatched.
Yeah.
Make sure your farm animals are put away or they're going to end up as Snallygaster chow.
Yes.
Don't go swimming in vats of moonshine, I guess.
Question mark? Maybe just don't trespass on a moonshiner's property because they might throw dynamite at you.
Yeah. And it does seem to evolve for better or for worse with the culture, right? Mm-hmm. Because the early settlers, you know, I'm sure the stories about kiddos being snatched and dragons getting livestock was super, super common in the Alps, I think. Mm-hmm. So that kind of, you know, they brought that with them. When we get to the, you know, the Jersey Devil thing, and it's kind of feeding that craze.
Yeah, it all feeds into each other.
But and then unfortunately with the racism of like post-Civil War and like Jim Crow era, it also kind of is a reflection of that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know what to make of it being in Ohio.
I almost wonder, like, about the newspaper thing with it. Oh, this was a hoax to gain readers. I kind of feel like that almost could tie in with Jersey Devil as well, because, you know, people are seeing, oh, there are reports in this state of some weird creature, and people are going crazy and they're buying newspapers. Why not jump into that and try to get some publicity from that? It's not honest, but, you know, why not try to get some of that for ourselves so we can sell our own papers?
I also think that, I don't remember what time period it is, but there was a time when they would put very satirical things in newspapers and just assume the general public was smart enough to know that they were kidding.
Yeah.
It was like, there's a Latin word for it. It was like reader beware. Mm-hmm. But it's like they would put just outlandish things in the newspapers to be funny, and just assume that the general public was smart enough to know that they were.
I mean, even that kind of makes sense too. I wonder, maybe they were publishing it as, and now it's like looked at as it was a hoax, but maybe that was their thing, is they were kind of poking fun at those other papers. Because if you think, it's almost like the Jersey Devil on steroids. If you like, so like I'm picturing like, oh, you have a devil. Well, guess what we have? We have a dragon, and it has wings. Oh, and it has claws
and tentacles.
And it has one eyeball, so that makes it really scary. And then there's the tentacles in its mouth. Like they were building it up to be kind of smartasses about it almost, and then people took it and ran.
It's like Where the Wild Things Are meets Lovecraft.
I love that book, by the way, Where the Wild Things Are.
It creeped me out a little bit as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
I always loved it.
It was the animation. It was the...
oh, that's fair.
Not the animation. The
illustrations?
Yes, thank you.
That's fair. That's the reason... I'm not illustrations in this case, but the animations are the reason why I cannot watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
I like it, but I can understand that.
Yes.
All right. So those are my thoughts. Those are your thoughts. Roxy has thoughts too.
She's making her nest.
Making her nest like a Snallygaster.
Snallygaster nest?
We should dress her up as a Snallygaster.
Yes.
For Halloween.
Big flop. Good job.
Okay.
Questions?
I didn't put answers, so let's go for it.
What drew you to this topic?
you wonderful people did, because it was the poll winner.
The polls.
Now, I'd heard about it before. I think I heard about it on Lore, actually.
Oh, okay. Another Aaron Mankey shout out.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do it. Aaron Mankey, come on the podcast.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool. Fun.
I used to drive a lot for one of my previous jobs, and I'd listen to podcasts all the time. That's how I got like so caught up on some of them.
Yeah.
Because I just drove all the time. Mm-hmm. But like the thing is, like when you're driving, you're only paying attention sort of. So like I didn't remember a lot of the intense details about this thing.
Yeah. That's fair. Was there anything you wish you could have researched more into? And or did this episode go where you think it would?
So as far as more into, maybe it's little wolf enemy.
Yeah.
Frenemy.
Dwaygo. That was interesting.
Enemies to lovers.
Oh my God. Someone write a fic. Writers, if you're out there, please write a fic and send it in. We will only read it with your permission.
Yes. And then as far as they never go the way I expected.
Oh, the episode. I was like, the fics? I mean, yeah.
The episode. They never go where I expect them to. And I knew this one was going to be a little wild.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was fun.
This one is
just the light, silly one. I mean, there was heavy parts of it, but
for the most part, it's just silly.
Like, yeah. What did you find the most strange about this topic?
The tentacles.
I can't. I don't know what it is about that. It's just so gross to me.
Tentacles, or like the I liked how you're like, it was probably just a train.
It was just I'm committed to it was 3 drunk track workers just chasing after a steam engine, and the engineer was just fucking with them.
Well, and like so many of the sightings in that era are so comical. It's like, you know, I don't think I included this, but in one of the sightings in West Virginia, it was like in someone's like chicken coop.
Oh.
It was just hanging out. I don't know how it got in there.
Just vibing.
You know,
it didn't eat any of the birds.
It laid an egg, a giant egg, and then left. You know, in one, it was like napping, and they woke it up, and it's like, and then like.
Yes, I still want to leave every discussion like that, or like whenever someone wakes me up, I just want to be like, woo woo.
But my favorite story is the, oh my, whatever.
I'm so dry.
I haven't had a drink since I died in the Civil War.
I want that on a t-shirt.
I think whoever had that experience was probably also partaking in moonshine.
Oh, yes.
And some other things.
Agreed. Many things.
Depending on the time period, was like cocaine a medical?
Probably. I mean, that was just
they were just having some codeine for their
a tummy ache.
Have you had a discussion about that time I was prescribed straight up codeine for like a sinus infection?
I feel like yes.
Did we have it on this podcast?
No,
it was on the other one.
Yeah.
Should I tell the story?
Go for it.
My sophomore year at Wilson, I had a sinus infection so bad that I could not walk without coughing a lung up. So I went to my family doctor, and he prescribed me, I kid you not, straight codeine.
Ooh. Dang.
So I remember that we went to the Peanut Bar in Reading.
Okay.
Which is a really famous thing.
Yeah.
And
we should go to there. We should go to there when we go to Hawk Mountain.
Yeah, we can do that.
Anyway, sorry. Just thought of that.
I don't remember anything other than they played a Coldplay song called Green Eyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coldplay likes colors.
They do.
Anyway.
They do. But that's all I remember. I remember my now sister-in-law, her and my brother were just dating at the time, being like, "You're high.
Are you well?"
I was so out of it. And then I went to my grandparents upstate, and this was the start of my alien abduction dreams being. Did I tell you this part?
No.
Like I had alien abduction dreams before, but this was like when they started being really realistic. I was with my partner at the time.
Okay.
I dreamt that they had come in through the window and they were trying to take him, and I was beating them off with pillows.
Oh.
I was like throwing pillows at them and trying to get them out the room.
Listen, though, you faced your fear in that dream.
But then I had that dream recurrent for years.
Oh my God.
They were almost never coming for me.
Huh.
Did I tell you the last alien dream I had was? The last alien dream Fun fact, I'm terrified of aliens. The last alien dream I had, I wonder why, was during COVID. It was the very beginning of COVID.
Oh.
And once again, they never came after me. They came after my partner.
Yeah.
In my dream, I got up and I went to use the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And I am blind AF without my glasses.
Feels. Yes.
And I walked into one, like smack.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you. And they were like, hey, no, that's no problem at all. We're just finishing up. And they were they were wearing like
finishing up what?
They were wearing like the pink masks, like the COVID masks.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh yeah, no problem. And they're like, hey, can you like give me a leg up to get out your closet window? Because I had a walk-in closet.
Vibes.
And so I just gave them a leg up.
Like, all right.
And then they just left. And that was the last time I had one of those dreams.
They were so polite.
It was like I remember the feeling of bam hitting it, and I was like, oh my goodness, because they were like the little grays.
Yeah.
I was like, I am so sorry, I didn't mean to walk into you.
Oh.
And they were just like, oh no, it's cool, we were just leaving.
They were kind.
And then I gave them a leg up, and then they left into their spaceship.
Oh.
And I never saw them again. And that was the last nightmare I had like that. But that one wasn't really a nightmare.
Yeah. I feel like they would be like little crochet plushies with the little pink masks.
Please don't make me one.
Okay, I will not. I will not. I don't crochet. I mean, I can crochet. I haven't crocheted in a very long time.
But God, I hope I don't have a dream tonight now.
Oh, no.
Did I never tell you that one?
No. They were so kind. I'm so glad they were kind to you. And I'm so glad they've left you alone since then.
That was one of my sleep paralysis.
Oh. That makes it so much worse, though.
I've had other sleep paralysis since then.
Yeah.
Should we wrap?
We should probably wrap this up.
Should we wrap? Thank you if you stayed.
Thank you so much if you stayed, friends.
We'd love to hear from you. If you have a suggestion for a strange or mysterious topic, a comment about an episode, or just want to chat, please reach out.
You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, and YouTube. Comment directly on episodes on Spotify and YouTube, or leave a review of the podcast as a whole on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Find us on Instagram at something_strangepod, on Facebook at Something Strange Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at something_strangepod, and check out our strange content over at TikTok at somethingstrangepod01.
You can also send us a Gmail at somethingstrangepod24@gmail.com, and the 24 is numeric.
Well, strangers, it's time for us to part ways.
Until we meet again, keep an eye out for the Jersey Devils' bootlegging cousin.
We'll be back again soon with another
Something Strange.
Oh, you can always ad-lib, that's fine.
What? The Jersey Devils' bootlegging cousin.
What an adventure that was.
Every episode is a paranormal road trip where the GPS stopped working 5 minutes in.
If it bumps in the night or lurks in your basement, we probably already talked about it.
We're best friends, lifelong weirdos, and your guides through the haunted, the spooky, and the just plain cursed.
From cryptids to cursed objects, haunted history to haunted hairbrushes.
And probably a haunted dollar, too, along the way.
This is Not My Ghost, Not My Problem. Subscribe now.
Regret it later.
Blame the ghost.